In this video, we will discuss about program number 23. The program statement says, write a program in Java to find out the sum of the given series. This is the given series and we have to find out the sum of this series. So we can see here series a divided by 2 plus a divided by 5, a divided by 8, so on, a divided by 20, and the final resultant will be stored in S. So here we can see here the value of a will be entered by the user. Okay, that may be any value that user will enter, and these denominators are fixed starting from 2 till 20. So first we have to crack out the pattern, that what pattern is followed in the denominator. So you can see here first value is 2, second value is 3, then in next value is 8, and so on 20. So if we find out the difference between the two consecutive values, it is of 3. If we are if we add 3 to 2, so it is 5, and that is the resultant. If we add 3, if we keep on adding 3, so we will get the next value as a denominator. 2 plus 3 5, 3 plus 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 3 11. So in this way this pattern in the denominator is displayed. So only we have to sum up this, okay, using the Java program. So let us create the Java program for this. So we have understood the pattern, that how the denominator is being we have to find out the denominator. We have to start our loop from, definitely as per the program statement, from 2, and then we have to increase. Our loop should will run till 20. The test condition will be I less than equal to 20, and initial value will be I is equal to 2, and step value will be definitely for each iteration of the loop, the value of I will be increased by 3. First time it will be 2, next time it will be 2 plus 3 5. So let us create the program. So as per the program statement, so we have to sum up the series. So here we will create the name of the class as sum series, and then body of the class, within the body we will define the method or the main function. We can say public static void main, and then here as per the requirement, since the numerator has a variable a, so here we have to pass one a variable, okay, and that will be the numerator part of the series. And here we will declare one variable double of capital S that will find out that will store the sum of the series, and here we will initialize it to 0.0, okay, that is initial value, and we will create here for loop. Okay, let us use here the variable, control variable for loop is I, and here we will use, as we have discussed, that here on our requirement is to start our process from loop from 2, so here will be 2, and loop should run till 20, because last value in the denominator, you can see here 20 is there, so it will be 20. Okay, so I less than equal to 20, okay, and after that the value of I in this case will not be I plus plus, because next time our requirement is to get 5, and then 5 plus 3 8, then 8 plus 3 11. So we have to increase the value of control variable by 3. So it depends upon the program to program by what value the value of this variable, that is called control variable, will be increased or decreased. Okay, and now we will use pair of curly bracket to define the body of loop. And now as per the program statement, it says a divided by 2, we have to sum up it. So if you remember, we have studied, or we have discussed to sum up the 20 natural numbers. Okay, so same process formula or the same statement we will use, sum is equal to sum plus. Now here we have to sum up these terms. First is a divided by 2. This means a, the value of a will be entered by the user. This is the a, okay, that user will enter divided by I. Okay, divided by I, because value of I will be first time 2, then 2 is less than 20, so here will be 0 plus a, whatever value user will enter, divided by 2. Then for the next time the value of I will be increased by 1, so not 1, sorry, 3 here, so here will be 2 plus 3, 5. So whatever the constant value user will enter, that will be here, and here will be 3, and this sum will store what? Initially it has stored 0, so it's but after first iteration it will store the resultant of whatever the number that user have entered divided by 1, or not 1, sorry, 2. Let me show you few iterations at what will happen. Okay, so for the first iteration, when value of I is 2, okay, so when value of I is 2, the test condition I less than 20, okay, this becomes 2 less than equal to 20, and that is true. If it is true, this statement will execute. Okay, so here will be what? Sum is equal to sum plus a divided by I, so this means sum is equal to, so value of sum is 0.0 plus a value of a. Let us suppose the value of a that user has entered is a fixed value, and that is 1, let us suppose. So here will be 0.0, so here will be 1 divided by 2. Okay, and sum will store what? Okay, sum will store here 1 divided by 2 is 0.5, so definitely it will be 0.5. Okay, but remember this, here both are integers. Okay, this one is integer, you can see we have declared here integer type of variable a, and I is of an integer. When we divide integer by integer, we will always get integer value, so here we have to write in front of it double. Okay, you will study this concept in 9th standard. This is called converting, okay, one data type into another data type. We are forcing, okay, by typing double in front of in bracket, we are converting the value, okay, we are converting the value into double type of value. Otherwise, if we don't write this, what we will get? We will get 0 here, and we will get the resultant 0. Okay, let me remove this double and I will show you that what will happen if we don't use double. Okay, so here will be 0.5. okay, let me show you first of all. Okay, so that what will happen here, so I will let us make this comment and we will run this code, and here should be not sum because we have used s, so let us use this here s instead of sum because we have used here s. Okay, not sum. Let me change here this also, sum instead of sum, it should be s, not sum, because I have used the remember this variable name should be same. So now we will click on compile. Let's say no class. Okay, if we run this code for the time being, okay, and if we enter here 1, so I have not used your output statement. Let us use your output statement. It will print the resultant. Okay, no need to worry. System.out, since we had, okay, I have missed out the print statement, I will print this s because s will store the resultant. I want to show you that what will happen if we don't use double. Okay, if we click on, if I click on OK, you can see the output as 0.0. Why it is happening so? Okay, there is a reason. This i's we have declared as integer type of variable, and a's again we have used here integer type of variable. When we divide integer by integer, the result is integer. Okay, so look at here very carefully. Here 1 is integer, 2 is integer. So but in mathematics, when we divide 1 by 2, we get resultant this, that is 0.5. okay, in points we can get the value, okay, we get the value in resultant this. But since in programming language, in Java programming language or any other, okay, so what happens when we divide integer by integer, we will get only integer value. This fractional value will be dropped. Okay, so to retain the integer, to retain, okay, to get this 0.5 fractional value, this 0.5, okay, what we have to do, we have to convert this value, we have to retain this value into, okay, double. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to, rather than running this loop for 20 times, okay, till 20, I will run it for 2, only for the first term, this term, that is a divided by, okay, a divided by 2, only for this term. So what will happen, our resultant should be 0.5. so if I run this code, so you can see our resultant will be 0.5. if I enter 1 here, so you can see here 0.5. this means we have summed up only one term. Okay, so this is, okay, this means this scenario is we have completed. Okay, now only we have to find out if we, okay, if I use here 20, then definitely we will be find out the sum of all the 20 terms. In the next iteration, what will happen, okay, in the next iteration, when value of a is fixed 1, if user enter a1, for the next, now value of I will be increased by, after the execution of this statement, when, okay, s will store 0.5, this is, and now compiler control will come here. Now value of I is increased by 3, so earlier it was 2, here you can see 2, so 2 plus 3, that makes 5. Now value of I is, new value of I is 5. Okay, now this test condition becomes this, okay, that 5 less than 20. This is for second term. Okay, this is the second term of the series, a divided by 5, and we have assumed that if, let's suppose, user entered 1 for, okay, so we can use here s plus, s is equal to s plus a divided by I, a divided by I, a divided by I. So value of s we have calculated here 0.5, so here will be 0.5 plus, then value of a we have assumed 1, okay, that let us suppose user enter 1, divided by, now value of I is changed, that is 5, so here will be 5. Okay, so if we divide it, okay, definitely by 5, okay, so if we add a 0, it's just, it will be 0. I think 222, so on, okay, 0.222. okay, let me open the calculator and let me show you the value. Okay, if we divide 1 by 2, it definitely 0.222 will be there. Okay, if I 1 divided by 5, so it will be definitely 0.2. okay, exactly 0.2, not 0.22. so here will be definitely 0.2. okay, here will be 1 divided by 0.5, 1 divided by 5 is will be 0.2, so that will make s is equal to 0.7. so resultant should be 0.7 after adding two terms. So if I use here 3 instead of 20, okay, then we will be able to add 3. okay, only first two terms means these two, okay, these two terms of the series, and the resultant will be 0.7. so we can see here, let us make this comment, multi-line comment, / asterisk symbol, then we will close this one, asterisk symbol, / to make this multi-line comment, okay, multiple lines as a comment, and we will run this code and we will type here 1, okay, and it gives us 4.0. I think something is wrong. Here should be not 3, sorry, here should be 5, because next term is 5, you can see here 5, not 3. okay, so here it should be, we will compile it again and we will run this to 1. now definitely it will be 0.7, we can see here 0.7. so in this way same process will be repeated again, okay, till what, the last denominator, that is 20. so we will specify here 20 because we have to run it till 20. and now if we run this code, the sum of this series, okay, is this. If user entered numerator 1, user can enter numerator value, any value. It's not mandatory that this value of numerator, that is a, is all 1. It depends upon user what value for a user enter. Okay, so if I enter 4, so resultant will be different. Okay, so this program is correct as per the program statement. So this completes the explanation of program number 23.